So we were coming down from Yellowstone. We actually took the road furthest away from the Grand Tetons. Hello everyone, welcome into another Joint Movement DPT's video. We are coming to you from our new location, which is really exciting. Season 2 is going to be hitting YouTube soon. We hope you're excited because we are excited.
Yes. So as you can tell, we had a couple technical difficulties with our sound on some clips, so we're coming in to welcome you into this video. We are going to be exploring Grand Teton National Park today. As you can see in some of the clips, it was a very smoky day, so our visuals were kind of obstructed, but they were still grand and amazing.
So if you saw last week, we were in Yellowstone National Park, and we were actually heading to the south entrance to camp in between Yellowstone and then Grand Tetons National Park. And as we were heading towards the south entrance, we actually had to turn around. So at the end of our video, you saw that we were in a bunch of traffic. We thought that was just the west Yellowstone entrance and everyone just filing out of the park because it was a busy Labor Day weekend, but that was not the case. There was a wildfire towards the south end of Yellowstone, and so they were rerouting everyone. You could not go that way. So what we had to do is we actually had to turn around, go back through the park, and go a different way to get to the south entrance, which added like 2 hours onto our drive time. And it was all in the dark, so we like drove more of Yellowstone, but we didn't really get to see it. But eventually, late at night, a little bit too dark to film, we made it to not even a campground.
We made it to a parking lot.
Since it was Labor Day weekend, there were so many people camping. All the campgrounds were booked, and people just had no place to go for the night. And so thankfully, this parking lot, this gas station at this parking lot was nice enough to let us all stay there. And so we'll go ahead and hop back into the video where we finally have some sound. So we were coming down from Yellowstone. We actually took the road furthest away from the Grand Tetons, where they have a bunch of flats, and that's where you can see a lot of wildlife. We saw some bison, we didn't see anything else, but it was a nice drive. And now we've hit the Moose Junction and entered kind of back into the park, and we're gonna go up the road that's closest to the Grand Tetons to hopefully get some good views.
Yeah, we can see them a little bit better now that we're closer. This place is pretty amazing even with the smoke. We can kind of like get a small glimpse of how grand it is, and I just can't imagine how it is without the smoke, because I'm sure it would just hit you with amazingness. The river below us is called Snake River, I think because it's known for winding and hopefully not snakes. But it's really pretty.
So we're here at the Taggart Lake trailhead, right in front of the big Grand Teton. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the loop, and there's the Taggart Lake that you can see. There's actually miles of hiking off this one trailhead. You can do backpacking, you can do mountaineering, mountain climbing. So if you do want to do an overnight in the park, like if you're backpacking here off this trail, you do have to get a permit at the visitor center for that. But if you're just here visiting and want to get a closer look at the Grand Tetons and then Taggart Lake, this is a great trail to go to. It's very busy. We have filled up the parking lot and people are parking down the road. So it's a pretty popular destination. So make sure you check this one out. Wow, guys, this is the hike to do in the Tetons.
It's beautiful. We hiked to Taggart Lake, which I like to call Target Lake because I love Target. It's not too far of a hike, a little over a mile, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful the whole way. You follow a really pretty babbling brook, and then you get up here to this lake. Tons of little places to sit and have a snack or to get in and refresh. It's just beautiful.
And what's cool is this is a high elevation lake, so we're about 6,000, 7,000 feet above sea level. which I find high elevation lakes really cool and serene. The water is always crystal clear because it's from the snowmelt and the glaciers up top, and you can see the Grand Tetons from here. It's picturesque. We might even have to do some swimming in this beautiful water.
Yeah.
So that was a really great trail. Taggart Trail up to Taggart Lake. You have to do it. The lake is a high elevation lake and it was absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of our best hikes between being here in the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone so far. So that's how much we enjoyed it. We are now back at the car and it's way past lunchtime, so we are going to get some sandwiches made. Hopefully no grizzly bear visitors want a sandwich. And then we will hit the road back up the Tetons, kind of heading towards Yellowstone. So we are now at Jenny Lake. Well, actually on the trail of Jenny Lake. So it's been another great spot. But our camera had filled up with all the footage, and so we had to go talk to the ranger station and see if we could borrow an outlet because our computer was dead. So they were gracious enough to lend us an outlet, and then we could swap over our video footage from our card.
You look kind of silly when you're asking for an outlet in a national park.
Right, you know, where there's all this nature and you're supposed to just be disconnected from your electronics, and here we are hiking now with a laptop. So, but we got that off so we could continue filming for you guys out there on YouTube, and so you guys can see this Jenny Lake. There's also a lot of cool little exhibits just right out front of the trail. That kind of showed like a bear paw, the Grand Tetons in like a mini form.
Like a topographical map of the Grand Teton, or like 3D.
Yeah, so really cool place to just kind of learn about where you're at, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, Jenny Lake would be a great place to stay. It was gorgeous, and there's tons of lookouts. There's trails that go all the way around the lake, up into the Grand Tetons.
Yeah.
If you like hiking, this is a good place to end up. There is a campground and lodge. It's kind of cool. The Grand Tetons National Park and then Yellowstone National Park, I wouldn't say they're developed, but there's areas in the park where they've created kind of little villages, little grocery stores, little bitty restaurants that you can come here, kind of have all that you need, but not really have to leave the immediate area that much. That's kind of appealing, you know. You could get the whole family here, you know, you could all get a room at the lodge for a week and then be able to go out to see the different things that you want to, or just hang out on Jenny Lake.
There's a little boat shuttle that takes you to the other side of Jenny Lake for $18 round trip. For those,
cheaper for seniors, cheaper for kids.
I think just to see the other side, you can hike to the other side. So if you just don't want to do the hike, and if you want to get on the water and do a little boat trip.
And it's like this super blue, emerald green water, super clear. It was
very clear,
gorgeous,
picturesque.
We're gonna head back to the car and then maybe see if the campground here maybe has an open tent site. Odds are pretty low, but we'll check in anyway. Well, we didn't have any luck with the campgrounds as we thought. They are all full. I mean, every single one, and we stopped into about 4 of them coming up from the Grand Tetons, are all full. RVs, tents, everything's full. This has been a busy camping season, and then you put on the fact that this is Labor Day weekend, there's just no chance to get any camping spot. And so we went back to the parking lot that we were allowed to camp at last night, but before we came over here, we stopped into the campground that's just adjacent to it, and the security guard there said, no, we're all full, but we're allowing people just for this weekend to stay in this parking lot. And so as you can see, we have plenty of neighbors hanging out with us. All these RVs back here. We have rooftop tents, and there was quite a few last night when we were here. So we are set up. As you can see, we actually got here a little earlier tonight. You know, we weren't rolling in at 10 o'clock, and so we got a nice little spot here that kind of backs up to the woods. And then we got our lawn chairs out and our little camp stove, making some fancy ramen for dinner. We just got out the margaritas, as Megan has there, because we've been kind of go, hike, and so it'll be nice to just kind of sit back and relax. So we're going to sip some drinks, sit in our lawn chairs, look at the beautiful sunset, and then talk with some new friends that we've met. Just
Next
campers.
door.
Campers are usually pretty friendly, and so we'll get to kind of chatting with them and hang out. Okay, guys, it is the morning of Monday, Labor Day, and it got down to about 35 degrees last night. It's 40 degrees right now, so we are bundled up, back in the car. You should have saw us in our little tent. We were like little burrito cocoons. We were in our sleeping bags. We had extra blankets on. It was a chilly night. So we packed up really quick this morning. We're back in the car. It's 40 degrees right now, and it's just turned 8 o'clock. And so we're going to head back into Yellowstone to hopefully see Old Faithful and kind of go up that road before we head back out of the park and then head back home to Big Betty. Oh,
Can't wait to sleep in Big Betty.
yes. So we got our coffee. Let's hit the road. Look at this huge buffalo, this huge bison. Do it, buddy. You are. Oh, yeah. I think so. We're up to 10 seconds, people. Ooh. Yeah. Look how much water. Faithful came through. That was crazy.
Now for the 6-hour ride home.
Yep.
You ready to
Back to the Adventure Subaru.
Actually, now to pee.
Now for Megan's 7th pee break.
So you guys, we were sweating our little tuguses off this weekend, and if you can see, it looks pretty stormy out there now, huh? Well, it is snowing. It's just above freezing, so it's kind of sleet, but it keeps dropping, and we're getting like slush on our windshield now, and it is Labor Day, so we're glad we're getting out of here for the winter, because driving this in Big Betty would throw me into a full panic attack.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed,
And if you didn't like it, then
hit that down button. And if you're not already subscribed yet to our channel, please hit the subscribe button, and then also hit the notification bell and get notified when we put out our next videos.
Woo!
This was our last weekend to explore around Montana, because next weekend we are loading up Big Betty to head to our next contract. It's exciting.
Where's it gonna be?
And so we're so excited for season 2. We hope you guys are excited for season 2 and to come along with us.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Other than that, what's our sign off?
Good night.
No. Until next time.
Peace out.
Right.
Elvis has left the building.
Other than that, until next time, see ya.